What's good, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out on Sunday night. We got a lot to get through tonight. Let's get to it. Let's figure out what's going on. Let me just find the stream in my own channel. Always helps. Alright. Who's hopping in first? Random guy on the internet was here early. I think that counts as being the first one here. That definitely counts as being the first one here. Random guy on the internet, thank you for being such an amazing support of the channel. Everybody else, if you're watching this on VODs, if you're watching this on Catch Up, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. I got my screen set up differently today, so hopefully I can see everything. Hopefully you guys enjoy the new clean aesthetic we're going for with the streams. It's quite Star Wars inspired, quite, you know, quite futuristic. VVG Hero, I'm here. Thank you, VVG, for hanging out. Thank you for being such an amazing part of this community. Shamrock Studios, why did I get an ad? Oh, you got an ad? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was ads on. Yeesh. But hey, thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We got a lot to get through tonight. I'm going to talk about something first that literally just happened in the Discord. We're gonna listen to some more of the book. I have done so much work on the book over the last few weeks. It's basically doubled in length since the last time you guys heard anything from it. And then we're just going to vibe. I wanted to end this week by just vibing with you guys, answering any questions, talking about some of the things that have happened this week, talking about some of the stuff that came out of E3, talking about some of the amazing sales that are on at the minute. I mean, I've had to basically tie up my credit card because, yeah, because the Nintendo Switch sales this week are so damn good. Bonenstanger, welcome, man. Welcome, good to see you. Bonen is one of the guys I play Rust with, and damn, do we have some fun. Why is this saying Five Guys Named Mo? That's literally not the name of the song. I think it might be like one behind what it is. Vikinami, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. All right, so can we talk about something that just happened in the Discord? If you're not a member of my Discord, then there should, you know, you're all members of my Discord, people here. But yeah, something just happened on my Discord that I really want to talk about because it's got me down. I'll be honest. Somebody basically joined my Discord and left a string of hate messages. Like, going through my YouTube stats, going through the stats for my channel, for my video, for my latest videos. And they called themselves Fact Spitter. And I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? What is your mindset that you join somebody's server, a happy, wholesome place that is designed to be supportive, and you do that kind of thing? What's your mindset? And I wish that I could be strong enough and big enough to say, you know what, woof, water off a duck's back. I don't care about that kind of thing, but to be honest, they got me down. They got to me. They hit me. And that's okay. But we rise above. And we do not let the hate in. Alex VR, how you doing, man? Really good to see you. How you doing? Really, really good to have you here. You guys have been... Can we just say... You guys on Between Realities have been killing it the last few episodes. Been doing really, really well. Mythops, how you doing? Good to have you here. A lot of people on this planet are assholes. Yes, Vikinami. Yes, they are. If you're just joining us, somebody basically just a few minutes before the stream started, somebody hopped into my Discord and left a string of hate. You know, going through the stats of my latest YouTube videos, going through the stats of my channel, and just being like, just leaving hate. And I'll be honest, it's got to me. Because I do this as a hobby. I'm a human. I read everything. I read all the comments. It's just awful. But you know what? We're going to try and not let it affect tonight's stream because we've got such a nice stream coming up. If you've been here before, you've heard parts of the book. It's basically double in length since you guys heard it last. I went away on holiday and it was so much needed. But yeah, we've got a lot of book to get through tonight. And I'm also going to do an AMA because I'm getting questions all the time and I very rarely answer them. So tonight, if you want to ask a question, it will get answered. Subject permitting, of course. If you ask me, you know, what color underwear I'm wearing, brown with stripes, then, you know, you might not get an answer. But anyway, before we start, I was talking with Chan earlier. Chan X, if you don't know, my better half, my other half. Love you, honey. Mwah. And I was saying this is the kind of thing I love doing. I love talking with people. And some of my favorite videos that we've done are the Dan Freedom episodes, where we basically did a talk show in VR. And the video that's coming out next Friday is Dan Freedom episode 2, To Catch a Mouse. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But we had such an amazing time recording it. Thank you to Mayonetic. Thank you to Extended Reality. Thank you to Night Ghoul. Thank you to Sinking Giraffe. Thank you to everybody who was involved with that video, because we had so much fun. Thank you to Skittles VR. We had such an amazing time. Jack, how you doing? Good to have you here. Depresso, good to have you here, man. Thank you all so much for joining. Super JVR, thank you so much for being here. We've kind of addressed what went on in the Discord. I know that's perhaps why some of you guys are here. We've addressed that. Basically, someone came in, left a load of hate. Gonna try not to let it affect me. But I struggle to see where somebody's mindset is when they're doing that. I'm not that Spy VR. Ayo, good to have you here, Spy. Thank you so much for joining. So, here's how it's gonna go. Should we start with the book? Because I feel that's what we might be here for. Shamrock Studios, I'm excited I had to type this twice because I typed all of the wrong letters. No worries, Shamrock. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such an amazing part of the stream. Who is the best Rust player you play with? Depresso. No, there's no challenge on that. Like, he is the best Rust player I have ever seen. And I have seen some professional Rust players. That boy is scarily good at Rust. Which reminds me, I need to get back into Rust. I saw a bunch of tanks yesterday at the Parola Army Museum. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. There was a tank I spent last week at a place called Wells Next to Sea, which is in North Norfolk. And the whole area is steeped in maritime history. It is absolutely beautiful. You may have seen the pictures I posted in the Discord, because it is so nice there. It is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, it was the break that I needed. You know when you go away and you get a chance to finally shut off for a while? And you think, damn, actually, it's only when you go away that you realize how much you needed it. Alright, let's do it. We're talking about a 1v1 with Bonenstang and Depresso. Oh my goodness. I am the best not Rust player. Well, that's something as well, Shamrock Studios. That's something to be. Okay. Guys, if you're new here, can I ask you to go ahead and like this stream? If you haven't done it already, click the little like button. I'm trying this. It's something that a lot of streamers are doing now. We'll ask you to like our content because there's more of a chance that you'll go and do it. And that helps YouTube to see that this is a well-liked video and a well-watched video, and then it'll recommend this video to a lot of other people. But let's get into the book. So, if you guys haven't heard, I am a writer and I am writing a book. What is this book about? Well, it's kind of a zombie apocalypse from the point of view of the zombie. Now, the very first time I read this out, we did the prologue, and we did a bit of chapter 1, and we did a bit of chapter 2. Now, we're coming up on chapter 4, so we've almost doubled the size of this book, okay? Now, I am going to start from the beginning, but this will be the last time that we start from the beginning. So the next time we read the bit of the book, which will hopefully be again in 2 weeks' time, we will not start from the beginning. We will start from, you know, chapter 1 or chapter 2. The idea being that we start a little bit further on each time. So how does that sound with you guys? Should we get started with the book? Should we load that up? But what I'll do also is I'll read a little bit, then stop and read chat, read a little bit, stop and read chat. So if you guys do want to have any questions, any comments, anything like that, then we can address it as we go forward. And I'll leave this thought with you. In this book, I want to do stuff that says my community had an involvement in it, right? And one of the things I wanted to do was name a couple of characters after names that we suggest here and tonight. So I'll say this right now. One of the names that you guys suggest tonight will become a character in the book. Okay? That's a promise. So start thinking of names. Start thinking of names that you would give to people who you want to appear in a book. Yes, the zombie can kill 2 Irish people, maybe with the name Bull and Wobbs. Absolutely not. But I hope I'm saying this right. Bernardus, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. If you're not already in the Discord, I'm sure Jay or somebody can go ahead and drop the link so you can join the Discord. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Jay is a very good name. Jay is a lovely name. Okay. All right. Let me fade out. The music here. I did want to have some kind of sort of scary non-copyright music, but I didn't get my head together enough. There it is. Both times Jay and Depresso dropping the Discord link. Thank you very much. Hey, The Unknown, how you doing? Okay, so let's start with the book. Please do keep your comments, your suggestions, your thoughts coming in, because I really want this to be a collaborative thing. One of the great things as a writer is that by reading you the book as we go along, I can get immediate feedback on what you like, what you don't like, and we can go from there. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the prologue. So this book, tentatively titled I, Zombie, a bit like I, Robot. This is the prologue, okay? Strap in, folks. And I apologize right now if I miss your chat messages or if I'm not responding quick enough to chat. I will try and get to chat as quickly as I can, but I hope you understand I'm reading the book as well. Here we go. So, I, Zombie, this is the prologue. And the last time I read this out, sorry, last thing I'll say, the last time I read this out, I did it in an American accent because I thought that's what the book suited. This time, I think I've changed course. I think it works better with a British accent, with my natural voice. But maybe you disagree, so let me know. Let me know. Here we go. Prologue. I died on a Tuesday. I no longer remember much about that night, only that it was surprisingly cold for the time of year, and that the cool breeze floating in through the open window in our bedroom was stopping me sleeping. I wasn't going to get up and close it, Maddie liked it that way, but I was silently cursing the temperature and had just gathered the remaining bed covers tighter around me when I felt the first twinges of what I would later come to recognise as a simply massive brain aneurysm. Now, everyone thinks death is some big event, like going to a concert or visiting Disneyland, but let me tell you, the real thing is a lot more subtle. There was no life flashing before me, no floating light, and no band of semi-clothed cherubs cheering me up to heaven. In fact, the whole thing was rather boring. I felt a sharp pop in my head, my vision went all blurry, and when I sat up to switch the light on, I fell out of bed and hit my head on the bedside table. Fucking IKEA side tables were all angles and straight lines, and it hurt like hell. Next thing you know, I'm on the floor with Maddie's concerned face staring down at me. She's shaking me and saying my name over and over again. Now she's scrambling for her mobile phone and dialing for an ambulance. I get to my husband's collapse before drifting away. The sound of the room gradually fades, and my field of vision gets smaller and smaller until all that's left is a dark, empty void. And I'm gone. Quick, simple, and relatively painless. They'll pick me up, put me in a freezer for a few days, and then, after my friends have bid a sorrowful goodbye, stick me into the ground. And that will be the last anyone will ever see of me. Or at least, that's what was meant to happen. So that's the prologue of I know iZombie is a TV show, Jay. Don't worry. I am aware that my potential title has been taken. Like I say, it's just a working title to get me in the headspace of what I want to do. So don't worry. The title will have to change. But that is the prologue. So let's see what names you guys have got. We've got Birmingham the Third. We've got Carson and Elizabeth. Carson is a fantastic name. I really do like that. How about Peanut Butter, Hershey, or Smokey after Giraffe's Dogs? I like that. Also, I came here because yours truly said there'll be sassy talk. There will be sassy talk. If you came here for sassy talk, you will not be disappointed. Latifa Simmons, hi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. We're reading the book that I'm writing at the minute. So this is... that and Pal pointed a gun at my head asking why I wasn't in the stream before the first minute. All right, let's crack on then. This is chapter 1. So hopefully you're in the frame of mind now to comment. And please do keep your comments coming in because I absolutely love it. Here we go. Chapter 1. Time of Death. There's nothing like the peace and quiet of a dead man's mind. There's nothing to busy the void like thought or process, or the million mental pictures you take each day. There's just this void of nothingness. There's no sense of time or place, no connection to the rest of your body. It's like swimming in an ocean with no current and no water, just you, stretching on for eternity with nothing supporting as gravity to weigh you down. And that's what it was like for me, at first at least. I didn't know where I was, or when, or what state the rest of my body was in, but I knew I was dead. I can't really explain it. but there was a sense of finality about the place I found myself in. And I felt at peace, like everything that was happening to me was meant to happen and that I should be okay with it. Sure, I was sad to be leaving Maddie and Jordan, my son, behind, but I also knew this was meant to happen. It was just my time. And any minute I expected to finally get an answer to what happens next. The process of dying and what lies beyond has occupied some of the greatest minds in human history, and their theories have ranged from cloudy cities with pearly gates to reincarnation, to meeting up with 72 sexually inexperienced people for what I can only imagine would be the least satisfying orgy ever. But for me, there was just a pinprick of light. It was small, so small that you couldn't look directly at it. It was like looking at a dead pixel on a computer monitor. But it was bright, and it was getting bigger with each passing second. I tensed my imaginary nerves to meet whatever supreme being might be waiting for me on the other side, but the speck of light just kept getting larger. Slowly, it grew until I could start to make out shapes within the ball of light. It was fuzzy, but I could see movement on the other side, and it looked like some kind of hospital room. Shit, was I going to live after all? Had the black void just been a temporary waiting area while the doctors patched me up? Was I going to suddenly leap back into my body and carry on living my life? I felt excited. And as this window into the other world kept growing, I kept willing myself to wake up, to leap off the hospital bed, announce "I'm alive" to the doctors, and kiss my shocked wife. Now I could begin to hear sounds too. They started out as static, like you get when you're not tuned into a radio station properly. I began to hear fragments of what people on the other side were saying, though not complete sentences. I heard certificate followed by examination and fetch the scalpel. But one phrase stood out above the others. As the light filled my peripheral vision and the hospital room came sharply into focus, I saw one doctor lean over and look me directly in the eye. He was clothed in the blue scrubs of a doctor's uniform with a clear plastic apron over the top, but there were specks of red on his garments. I hoped to whoever might be listening that it wasn't my blood. He pointed a bright torch directly into my eyes, but I didn't shut them or react at all because, well, I couldn't. Although I was now aware of my body, I found I had no control over it. I couldn't move and I couldn't make a sound. It was like being a passenger inside of a train that you own, but which somebody else is driving. I wanted to say something, to pronounce myself alive and well, but all I could do was watch and listen as the torch swished from one side to the other and back again. Several times this happened, as I watched the doctor's face grow grim and shallow. After about a minute, he stopped and started taking off his apron. He wiped sweat from his brow, and I heard with startling clarity everything which was going on in the room. The constant whine and beeping of various machines, but not the steady bong I'd expected to hear, which would pronounce that I had a heartbeat. Before I could think about this too much, the doctor looked first at his wristwatch and then at the wall behind me, and said a collection of words which sent my head spinning and my soul plummeting. Time of death, 3:17 a.m. I was dead. So that's about halfway into chapter 1 now. Let's see what's going on. Right, so I'm sorry this has nothing to do with the story, but I love the new background. Oh, thank you very much. Do you mean the overlay? It's good, isn't it? I took inspiration from Kadea's stream. She's a streamer on Twitch, and she has a very clean aesthetic, so I wanted to do something similar. It's kind of Star Wars-esque, but yes, I'm a big fan of it, and it gives me more space, so I can sort of, I'm not trapped inside a little box anymore. So here we go. Love the extended merch. Yes, get your extended reality merch. Can we also say a huge congratulations to Extended on his comeback stream? I thought it was fantastic. Really, really nice to see him back. And, oh, hang on. I've got a WhatsApp. Why have I got a WhatsApp? That's right. Just talk amongst yourselves. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Good. Not related to the stream, by the way. That was just my brother texting me. What was I saying? Yes, huge congratulations to Extended on his comeback stream. It was fantastic. Pal, I miss your Chad Rust bases. Don't we all? I've been too long away from Rust. I need to get back into it. But you guys went off and joined a Zerg, so now I feel a little bit lost, you know? Oh, well. I want to buy this book if or when it's published. Thank you very much. Sorry to ask, how old are you? I am 31 years old. I am 31 years old, so I'm slightly older than your average YouTuber. When I was little, I was a surprisingly good reader, and Mam thought I'd grow to read as well, but now she has, yeah. Bruh, can't you tell? Looking at me, has to be early 20s. Thank you, Jade. That's 10 points for you. Thank you. After a minute, he looked kind of hungry. Well, to be fair. Pal dead? No. He looked at my leg, opened his mouth, and started eating. You, good lord. Good lord. Right, okay, let's carry on. We're about halfway through chapter 1. Here we go. Pure blind panic surged inside of me. I was trapped inside my own body, unable to move or communicate in any way, but now painfully aware of everything going on in the outside world. As the doctor called in a pretty blonde nurse in blue scrubs to help pack away the equipment, I willed myself to make some small movement, some faint sound to tell them I was still here, and although I wasn't quite kicking, I was, by some definition at least, still alive. I listened to what the doctor and nurse were talking about, hoping to be filled in on what the hell had happened to me since the accident. Sadly, these two clearly had other things on their mind. So when are you telling her then, Dave? Snapped the nurse as she removed sticky attachments and sensors from my body, throwing them into a waiting tray with ferocious energy. Whatever Dave had done, it was either not enough or way too much, and he was going to pay. Not now, muttered Dave in reply. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Fucking coward, Dave, I thought. That's horseshit, said the nurse, resting the tray on my abdomen, looking straight up at stupid Dave's stupid face. You told me last week that you'd tell her today. You'd tell her it was over and you'd met someone new, and that way we wouldn't have to keep lying to her and we could finally be together. Yeah, and I will, said stupid Dave, just not now. Look, can we just carry on as we are for now, can't we? It's good, isn't it? The nurse gave Dave a look which said it wasn't very good at all. Without another word, the nurse picked up the tray, flung in the last few cords and wires which were still draped across my chest, and left the room. Fuck's sake, sighed Dave under his breath, before putting down his chart and picking up a bedsheet from the side of the room. I'd seen enough hospital dramas to know what was coming next. The dreaded sheet over the face. The one which screams, for God's sake, don't imagine what's lying under here, because it might be one of your relatives. With a swoosh which was far more theatrical than the situation deserved, Dave threw the sheet over my body and pulled it up to cover my face. Thanks, dickhead, I thought, as Dave robbed me of half of my remaining senses. At least I could still hear, but I was becoming increasingly panicked by my inability to move a muscle. I decided that this was almost certainly a dream. A fucked up dream, of course, probably as a result of some of Maddie's experimental cooking, but a dream nonetheless. I remembered a passage from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, where Scrooge is reasoning with himself that the spirits he's seeing are nothing more than mouldy cheese and undigested beef. The same must be true here, I thought, and the only thing I can do is go along for the ride. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. It seemed quite far away, but its blaring tone caused Dave to say, "What the fuck is it now?" and then exit the room. I heard a door swing close behind him, muting the sound of the still blaring alarm and the bustle of the corridor beyond. So now it was just me. Dead me, with no movement, and thanks to Dave, no sight either. I strained my ears to try and pick out what was happening outside the hospital room, but it was like trying to hear your parents arguing by holding up a glass to the wall of the adjoining room and then lowering your ear to the glass. You get fragments and a general sense of what's going on, but nothing specific. Nothing specific was now my world. With a sheet over my eyes, I no longer had any sight, and now no sound as well. I had just accomplished the single greatest feat in human history by literally cheating death. And I could do absolutely bugger all about it. Brilliant. Lying on the bed with a sheet over my eyes and the sounds of nothing specific reaching my ears, I became aware of something having gone horribly wrong. You see, when I say I couldn't move a muscle, I mean any muscle. I couldn't blink, for example, and although I persisted as though I was breathing, I most certainly wasn't. My lungs were as empty as Dave's morals. I couldn't feel anything either. I sensed pressure like the weight of the sheet over my face, but nothing to tell me what the sheet felt like or what material it was made from. These thoughts scared me, and I felt the panic rising again, and I realised there was a high chance that my life really would end soon, or again, or something like that, and that I might have to experience it for a second time. You hear stories of people waking up on the operating table with the masked faces of surgeons hovering above them, suddenly acutely aware of what's being done to them, and this, I imagined, was about 10% of what was happening to me. I needed space to think. I tried to calm down, to think of Maddie and Jordan and a holiday to Venice the previous summer, and I slowly felt the panic subside. Normally, this would be accompanied by a reduction in heart rate or perhaps stopping sweating. But for obvious reasons, neither of those things happened. Instead, I decided to be methodical. And starting from my toes, I tried to imagine sending signals from my brain to move. Even the slightest wiggle might indicate that some of my neural pathways were still intact. Both of my big toes yielded no result, and then neither did the rest of my feet. I searched upwards, trying first to tense one calf muscle, then the other, and then trying to move each knee. Nothing. I was limp, lifeless, and losing hope. Up through my pelvis and groin, accompanied by a fresh surge of panic that I could no longer, and at this rate had no hope of feeling where my genitals might be, and into my stomach and along each arm. And each time I mentally tried to follow the pathway, to trace it to its endpoint, I was rewarded with a big nothing. That is, until I wasn't. As I repeated the process and followed the pathway to the end of the little finger on my left hand, I was rewarded with the slightest twitch. A small spasm of muscle movement which even an engaged observer might miss, but one which renewed hope that maybe, just maybe, I could recover from whatever this was. A finger is just a start, I thought. A finger could get us places. Before I could explore the limits of my mobility any further, I heard the door open once again and two people enter the room. "Right, what's this one then?" said the first voice, all gruff and businesslike. "Cerebral hemorrhage," said a second, much softer voice. "Down to the morgue while they find a family." I felt myself being hoisted upwards, away from the bed which had become my world, and placed onto what I imagined was a waiting gurney, which would take me further into the bowels of the hospital. As I was placed onto the waiting trolley, the sheet shifted from my face, and I caught a glimpse of the two porters who would whisk me away to Kingdom Come. One had grey hair and chiselled features and wore glasses which sat at the end of his very crooked nose. The other, to whom I suspected the softer voice belonged, was a woman, with blonde hair tied neatly into a bun, big eyes, and the look of someone who had been working for far too long that day. As the pretty nurse moved to put the sheet over my face once more, I locked eyes with her. Or at least, she locked eyes with me. But as much as I tried to convey some meaning through my eyes, like holding up a big sign which said, "Hey you, I'm not actually dead and someone has fucked up big time," she didn't react at all. All she saw was a lifeless corpse. Like so many I imagine she must encounter each and every day. "Poor chap," she said, sighing as she replaced a sheet over my face, blocking out my world entirely. "I saw his wife and son leave the waiting area last night. She looked like her world had just ended and the young lad clearly didn't understand what was happening." If I had the capacity to cry, I would have done so. The thought of Maddie and Jordan being left in a world that I was no longer a part of ripped me to the core, and I felt more lost and alone than I can ever remember. I barely registered the journey through the hospital, save for the occasional banging of doors and snatches of other doctors' conversations as we passed. Deeper into the bowels of the hospital we went, turning down endless corridors until we stopped in front of an elevator. I heard the bonging sound of the elevator's call button being pressed, followed by the swooshing sound of the doors as they opened. Into the metal box we went, and all was quiet once more until the air was ripped, quite literally, by the sound of one of the orderlies passing the most putrid fart I have ever smelt in my life. In my head, it was clearly the older and more grizzled of the two who had done this. The pretty blonde would never befoul the area like this. But the first time since I'd woken up, I was glad I couldn't smell or taste anything. Sadly, the pretty nurse didn't have it so good. "For fuck's sake, Ian, couldn't you wait until we're outside or something?" "No," Ian replied, using a voice which suggested he was hurt by the reaction to his bodily outreach. "I had some dodgy salmon last night, and my stomach's doing somersaults. I'll be taking a break when we get back down there." "Oh yeah, fantastic," replied the softer voice. "You drop your guts while I put this guy on ice." On ice? That didn't sound good. I know they keep people sometimes for weeks at a time deep in the bowels of the hospital until their family can come and retrieve them for funerals and such. But it sounded like a thoroughly shit way to spend the next portion of my afterlife. Assuming, of course, that I didn't wake at any moment to find that all this had been some terrible dream, I'll roll over, kiss Maddie, and think about what a stupid mess this all is. Sadly, reality once again dashed my daydreaming as the elevator clunked into its housing on the bottom floor and the doors bonged open once more. As Ian and the decidedly better-looking nurse wheeled me out and into the corridor beyond, I tried once again to move my finger. It worked. And as a bonus, the finger next to it moved too. This was good, I thought. If my deep paralysis keeps spreading, then there might still be a chance to leap off the trolley and escape this hospital before I'm put on ice. But something else was beginning to grow inside me. It's very hard to describe, but it was this innate anger at the world around me. And not just anger as in annoyance or the kind which would lead you to write a strongly worded letter to the council. A very real and bloody anger which meant I wanted to hurt someone. Worse still, I wanted to hurt anyone. My trolley bumped and shook its way along the corridor, bursting through doors and turning around corners. The sheet was still over my face, so I couldn't tell exactly where we were, but the lighting had changed from the fairly soft daylight of the upper floors to the harsh luminescence of the underground. Wherever we were, this wasn't a public-facing area, this was private. Finally, we swung through another set of doors and the trolley came to a halt. I heard Ian mutter something about going for his break and leave the room, to which the softer nurse sighed and left too. I was once again alone, and able to test out the limits of my movement without fear of interruption. My ability to move seemed to be spreading faster now, because when I tried to clench my hand, my muscles responded as I remembered they should. Better still, I found I could move my whole arm, albeit with jerky movements brought on by not being able to feel anything. It was like the movements you make when you've got pins and needles shooting through your feet. An undignified shuffle which, at best, allowed you to stumble from room to room, and at worst, made you look like an epileptic elephant. And the anger was growing too. Why me? Why this situation? Why the fuck was I labelled a dead man when I was alive? And if not quite breathing, then certainly alive by some measure. I wanted to throttle someone, to grab them by the throat and watch the life ebb away from their eyes. I wanted to kill. And that's chapter 1. This is chapter 1. Okay, so let's have a look at the comments. Here we go. About a 20... Okay, what's under that sheet is some tasty food. Yes, it is. Yummy Dave brains. Well, will Dave survive the book? I'm not quite sure on that. I'm going to head out and spend some time with my father. Have an amazing rest of your stream and day. Also, good luck on the book. Thank you on that spy. And a massive thank you to all the fathers out there. If you're in this stream, if you're watching on catch up, and if you're a father, this is your day. Happy Father's Day, and thank you for being here. Man, pal, your channel has grown so much. I remember the days when I would see you in Pavlov's shack and just messing around in TTT. Hello. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for joining, I am Edgy. I appreciate it. I am doing more Pavlov's shack, by the way. The last couple of nights, I've hopped into Pavlov's shack. I haven't really announced it or anything to say I'm going to hop into shack. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Met some old faces, met some new friends, and we've had a lot of fun in Pavlov's shack. And boy, has that game grown. Boy, has it grown. Hello there, you very handsome, sweet, gentle, amazing man. Thank you, Chanex. Thank you, honey. Thank you for joining. Love you lots. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Your pal reading me a story. Best day ever. Hey, Draga. How you doing, man? How are you, bub? I'm really good. Thank you, Draga. Really good. Thank you for being here. On the last page of the book, just put sub to your pal. Absolutely. Skills VR, thank you doing. How's it going, man? It's going really well. Thank you. Thank you very much. I talked about something that happened in the Discord at the beginning of the stream. Somebody basically hopped into the Discord, left a load of hate, and then left again, which is a bit weird. So I'm trying not to let that rile me up, but it was a shitty thing to do. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, who's ready for chapter 2? Let's get on with it. Chapter 2 of the book. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you're not, please let me know. If you are, please let me know. Please like the stream. Please leave me a comment. I'm so keen to get your feedback on this book, how you think it's going. And as I say, we will be naming multiple characters in the story after things that you guys suggest. So, on with chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called On the Slab. I'm not normally an angry person. In fact, I avoid confrontation wherever I can, but here and now I was ready to strike down the next person I saw, provided I had enough movement to strike anything. And slowly but surely, I felt like I did indeed have that movement. A quick check of my muscles revealed that I could now move my entire left arm, and some of the fingers on my right hand as well. My brain did some rudimentary calculations, and I figured that at this rate, I'll be able to sit up within the next 10 minutes or so and able to stand within the next half hour, barring any complications such as discovering that the doctors had amputated one of my legs in the course of their trying to save me or accidentally begun harvesting my organs early. Shit. I thought that's something I'd forgotten. I'm an organ donor. And not just organs. I was down for eyes, skin, teeth, the whole bloody lot. When they'd asked what I would be like to put down for years earlier, I hadn't given it a second thought, figuring that if I could no longer have any use of my own organs, then someone else might as well. But here I was trying to hold on to them for dear life. For although I was fairly sure none of them worked as advertised, no breathing for example, or sense of feeling, or smell, or taste, or touch, or digestion, they were still very much my property. As the prettier of the two morgue technicians came back into the room, It became clear that she might have other ideas, because as she pulled the sheet away and exposed my cold corpse to the harsh lights of the room, I saw she was wearing a clear Perspex mask, heavy-duty gloves, and had on a clear apron. Either she was about to indulge in some artistic work, or someone was about to lose their innards. Stifling the urge to reach out and grab her throat, I instead lay still and decided to let this play out for the moment. I wasn't sure I yet had the strength to get up off the table, and the last thing I wanted was for this woman to call a set of burly orderlies who would, no doubt, finish me off in a way that the universe hadn't yet managed. The prettier nurse pulled a mobile phone from her pocket and began speaking into it as though she were recording her thoughts of prosperity. Senior Technician Denise Palmer conducting a post-mortem examination and harvest of Mr. Adam Dignall. The time is 5:14 a.m. on Tuesday, 7th of June. Cause of death was a subdermal aneurysm, the effects of which were compounded by severe trauma to the left temporal lobe. Patient was pronounced deceased by Dr. David Drummond at 3:13 a.m. this morning. Post-mortem proceeding. She finished. I lay there dissecting the barrage of information which had just come my way. So, the pretty nurse's name was Denise, and my cause of death was a blood vessel in my brain exploding. That on its own might not have been enough to kill me, but the fucking IKEA furniture with its fucking sharp angles had hit me on the way down, and that had seen me off, as it were. Also, Dickhead Dave's last name was Drummond. Dickhead Dr. David Drummond, I thought. What a prick. As Nurse Denise turned round to pick up the scalpel from the side table, I again tested the limits of my movement. Both arms now flexed at will, and the toes on both feet responded to my impulses. I felt I was now ready to sit up, to stand even, and take control of my body once more. But more than that, I felt able to overpower anyone who got in my way. I relished this newfound freedom, because it was only when I was robbed of my movements that I realized how much I relied on them. Being a passenger in my own body was one of the worst experiences I've ever had, and I was glad it was over. I relished the thought a little too long, though, because as Denise turned round, scalpel now in hand, she caught the slightest twinge from my left foot. She stopped, trying to process what she had just seen, trying to rationalize it. This patient was dead. The records made that abundantly clear, as did the fact that this patient was no longer breathing, and his eyes were fixed open and staring blankly into space. And yet his foot had definitely moved, and that was something that Denise's 7 years of experience in the morgue had told her that dead bodies were definitely not supposed to do. Denise stood frozen for a moment, but inside I was screaming. Had I just given everything away? You might think I'd be all too willing to expose that I could move, to shout to the world that I was still alive and be lauded as the greatest medical miracle ever, but I was wary. If Denise reacted the way I'd seen in movies, where nervous nurses are suddenly presented with the reanimated corpse of someone they were supposed to be dissecting, then she was just as likely to stab me with the scalpel she was as helping me. And of course, there was my rising rage to contend with. It ebbed and flowed like an ocean wave. In one moment it would threaten to overtake me completely, and all I could see was a red mist filled with hatred and anger and the desire to tear limb from limb. And in other moments it merely boiled in the background. I felt at once happy to have my movement back, but terrified of what might happen when the anger wave finally crashed upon the shores of my consciousness. Denise, I feared, was in imminent and mortal danger. The nurse shook her head briefly, as if forcing herself to come back into the room. She retensed her grip on the scalpel in her left hand and moved closer to the trolley. She definitely didn't see a foot twitching. That would be ridiculous. Feet don't twitch of their own accord, and she was probably just tired. She sat up late the previous evening watching a US cookery show with her flatmates, and she was running on empty. Not even the hot mud which passed for coffee in the hospital cafeteria was working its usual magic. Still, get this post-mortem done, and she could skulk on back to the staff toilets for a crafty spliff and a browse through her very polluted Instagram feed. That was if Ian hadn't carpet-bombed the toilets into oblivion. I lay as still as I dared, watching the nurse compose herself and trying to control the anger rising within. She was going to cut me, to split me open like a rat in a school biology lesson and start rummaging through my innards. Well, not on my watch, sister. I won't let you treat me like some experiment. I'm a person and I am very much alive. With this thought, I did the unthinkable. I heaved myself upright and sat up straight on the trolley. Denise screamed and staggered back, because if corpses weren't supposed to be able to wiggle their feet, they most certainly weren't able to sit up. I stayed still, watching the nurse steady herself against the morgue's aluminium countertop. This room was so clinical, so shiny, and my gaze soon settled on a mirror propped up against the corner of the counter. For the first time since the accident, I stared back into my own face, and I was horrified at what I saw. My skull structure was mostly intact, save for a deep cut which ran from the top of my forehead down to my eye socket. Shit, I thought, that IKEA table edge must have been harder and sharper than I thought. Someone had clumsily tried to stitch the cut together, but it was all dried blood and thick swelling in that area. And it was surrounded by a deep purple bruise which seemed to have leaked across my face. If I didn't feel like I was dead, my face certainly looked as if I was. And my face wasn't the only part of trauma. My skin looked odd, blotchy and pale, and I imagined it smelt like a chicken which had started to go off in the fridge. Timidly, I raised a hand and dabbed at my head wound. No pain, not feeling at all, but I felt the pressure of the touch. So here we are then. We're about halfway through. Are we about halfway through? Yeah, about halfway through chapter 2. And our subject is dead but alive. And he's now standing straight, looking at this poor nurse. Let's have a look and see what you guys are thinking. I'll find a house and end them. Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that, man, but don't let that make it positive and negative. You have a lot of people supporting you. Yeah, thank you very much, Skulls. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I was thinking. Hey, Yomi, thank you very much for dropping in the stream. I appreciate you having... Yeah, you're dropping off. I appreciate you being here. Good Lord, I can speak. I promise. Beans, Yeet Lord 1011, thanks for being here. I got to go. My dad's back from bailing and we're watching a movie. I'll rewatch the stream though, my man. Thank you so much, Shamrock Studios. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such a wonderful supporter of the channel. So yeah, our guy is now staring face to face with the nurse, and in the next few minutes, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Second half of chapter 2. Denise had stopped screaming and now stood straighter, looking at me with disbelief, and I detected fear. You're alive, she stammered, clearly looking for an answer which I was unable to give. I tried to speak, to usher my vocal cords back into action, but all that emerged from my throat was a faint snarl, like a wounded dog tending to its injuries. This panicked Denise even more. She gripped the scalpel she was holding even tighter and started to move towards a red phone on the far wall. This made me angry. She was going to call for backup, for the burly men in uniforms who would cart me away to parts unknown to live the rest of my days as an experiment. I lowered myself off the table, staggering slightly as my legs once again took the weight of my body, and moved myself so that I blocked her path. The nurse had never experienced this with a corpse before, so she didn't know what the correct protocol might be. "Ian," she called to the void beyond the door. "Ian, get your stinking ass in here. We have a problem." Wrong move, sister. With an energy which surprised me, I quickly moved closer to Denise and grabbed her by the throat to stop her saying anything else. Anger drove me. The red mist was descending, and all I could think about was how easy it might be to end her life. The nurse reacted with the only weapon she had to hand and plunged the scalpel deep into my forearm. I didn't feel it, but I saw the serrated edge of the blade enter my flesh and the river of blood which emerged from the wound. I roared, my shattered vocal cords giving rise to a breathy scream of rage, and gripped Denise's throat ever tighter. She stared at me with blind panic, her hands scrambling on mine to reduce the grip, but I would not. I would not become an experiment. I would not be anybody's lab rat. I was going to escape this hospital, find Maddie, and go back to living my life, and that would be that. "Please," the nurse pleaded as her face turned blue and her eyes began to roll back into her head. "Please stop!" But I couldn't. Killing the nurse was now the easier option. Better to do that and hide the body than face the screams and questions for 1 minute more. Better that she die and I figure this thing out on my own. I tightened my grip around the nurse's throat and watched as the life ebbed away from her eyes. The rage was all-consuming now. I didn't just want this nurse to die, I wanted her to suffer. With a second roar, I smashed my open fist into the side of her face, leaving long, gouging marks where my nails tore through the flesh of her cheeks. She let out what little scream she could from her crushed airway and then fell silent. Her body went limp and I flung her to the side of the room like a discarded piece of meat. She was dead, and I had killed her. And far from filling me with feelings of remorse or self-loathing, I felt only one thing: power. I was a new being, and I would not be stopped. I would escape this hospital, find somewhere to lay low and collect my thoughts and plan my next move. And if anyone got in my way, they would meet the same grisly end as Denise the nurse. I stood for a moment, enjoying my newfound power and marveling at strength I never knew I had. I looked at my open palm, bloodied from striking Denise's face, at the small strips of skin which hung from my fingernails. The relative calm of the room was now broken by the distinctive sound of a toilet being flushed some distance away. No doubt Ian had finished his assault on the toilet and would now be coming to lend a hand with my autopsy, trying to escape, before Ian discovered Denise's corpse, the undead monstrosity which had done the deed, and perhaps not without cause, apportioned blame in my direction. I scanned the room for an exit, surprised by how quickly my mind could now leap to the task at hand. What had even minutes ago seemed foggy and unclear was now sharp. I had drive and purpose, and right now my purpose was to get the hell out of here. A door led out of the room from the corner, and I took it quickly. Finding myself in the dimly lit corridor beyond, I moved towards another door at the end. My movements were still jerky, not fluidic like you'd find in a living person, but I figured I might pass muster if someone saw me, so long as I kept my hideously bruised face from view. They might think I was just another patient with a limp, another injured soul in a place fit to bursting with them. I went through the door at the end of the corridor to find myself in a stairwell. No steps led further down, confirming that this was indeed the basement, so I gingerly tried to head upwards. It was slow progress, but I figured I had little time before... Suddenly a scream pierced the stairwell. Fuck! That would be Ian finding Nurse Denise's mutilated and thoroughly dead body in the morgue. I heard doors open and the sound of footsteps as others went to investigate the sound, effectively blocking off any hope I had of returning the way I had come. The only way out was up, so I continued hobbling my way up the stairs until I saw another doorway on the landing above. Dimly illuminated above it were two signs, one saying reception and the other showing a green man leaving a door, the international sign for exit. I was saved. I was about to swing the door open when I thought about my wardrobe. A quick look at my arms and legs revealed I was still wearing the pajamas I died in the night before, a particularly fetching arrangement consisting of baggy cotton trousers, flip-flops, and a white t-shirt which had splatters of blood on it. Some of that blood was undoubtedly mine, I thought, but I'd wager a fair share of it was also Denise's, and she was likely being examined by a frantic Ian in the morgue below right now. There was no time to spare, since Ian or another member of the staff would likely raise the alarm that a walking corpse with murderous tendencies was roaming the hospital at any second. I glanced through a crack in the door at the room beyond. It was a well-lit reception area with rows of plastic seating, a large reception desk with two stocky nurses-looking computers sat behind it, and 3 vending machines humming away in the corner. To my joy, it was busy, even at this early hour of the morning. It would have to do, I thought, and with some luck, I might just blend in. I made my move, slowly opening the door and then rushing through it into the reception area beyond. I moved as quickly as my decayed limbs would allow, and I tried to hide my face from any watchful eyes. It was only a short distance to the front doors, but it felt like an age. As I passed the reception area, one of the nurses looked in my direction, but just as she was about to open her mouth to stop me, the sound of an ambulance siren filled the room, and she, along with an apparent horde of medical staff, started frantically collecting equipment in order to receive whichever poor sod was about to be brought in. Thank Christ, I thought, their misfortune is my gain. I leant heavily on the front door to the hospital, and it swung graciously open. I've been expecting to bask in the fresh air of the outside world once more, to breathe in my freedom like a delicious wine, and bask in the sunlight of a new day. But all of those things were denied to me. To my dead skin and non-functioning lungs there was no relief, but I was nonetheless relieved inside to find myself outside the hospital. I kept moving towards the parking lot, aware that anyone walking into or out of the hospital may try and stop me yet, and for anyone who did, my fist would be the answer to any questions they asked. So that is chapter 2. That is chapter 2 of the book that I'm writing. I hope you like it so far. Let's see what you're saying. Story is time to identify. Yes, it is, VVG Hero. Yes, it is. Goddamn, this is great. I feel like this could make a good video game. That's a really interesting shout. I have obviously thought about that in my slightly vainer moments. Whether it would be an interesting Netflix series, for example. Whether it would be an interesting game series. And I think it would. I I hope it would. So yeah, I'm glad to see you're thinking on the same lines. I would love to keep listening, but I'm on vacation, so I have to head out. No problem, Skittles VR. What I might do is record the book as it is so far, and you know, then you guys can listen to it whenever you want. I may do that if enough people want it. We'll see. But here we go. This is chapter 3. There is only a little bit of chapter 3, so this will be a much shorter segment. But this is chapter 3 as it stands so at the minute. Chapter 3, To Taste Flesh. The road beyond the hospital entrance was quiet, and above the dark night sky was giving way to bright orange hues as the sun prepared to meet the day. I shuffled my way along the side wall of the hospital and along the road, hopefully passing for a drunk who had simply left it too late to catch the last bus home. Several cars went past, but thankfully none looked hard enough for my blood-stained t-shirt or my lumbering gait to realize who or what I was. I was thinking clearly now, with purpose, and I knew I had to get off the street and away from prying eyes. I needed somewhere where I could hold up and assess my situation. At once I thought of heading straight home to Maddie and Jonathan, but after my rage-induced attack back at the hospital, I couldn't guarantee their safety. The rage had settled to a background hum now, but a new feeling was rising. I needed food. My body was consuming calories from an empty stomach, and that meant it would start to digest itself in lieu of any fresh food very quickly. And when you lack the ability to maintain muscle mass, then keeping hold of what you already have becomes vital. I saw an alleyway down the road and headed for its entrance. Resting on a low wall just by the alleyway were the remnants of some pub-goer's fish and chip supper. Normally I'd pass on such things, but my hunger was growing all the time, and this was the only food I'd seen. I could hobble my way to a corner shop, I suppose, but there was always the chance they'd stare too long at my discoloured face. Besides, I didn't have any money on me, Maddie having likely kept my wallet with her for safekeeping. That meant things could turn violent, and that meant more rage attacks. No, better to scavenge what I could for now. The chips looked soggy and cold, and the remains of the fish carcass long since past their best, but nevertheless I reached out my hand and lifted a chip to my mouth. It went in, passed between my teeth for a moment, and then came straight back out again. It wasn't just that the stodgy potato tasted rank, it was that I couldn't physically swallow it. It was like my body had a filter which wouldn't let this food pass. Reasoning that this was no time to be setting high and mighty standards for food, I picked up another chip, then another, and finally some fish. All went into my mouth, and all caused me to gloriously retch and throw them straight back up onto the pavement. Fuck. This wasn't going to solve my problem. I needed something else. Something fresh. Something flesh. Wait, what? No, not flesh. That's crazy talk. And I kept chuckling to myself as I wandered further down the alleyway towards the multi-story car park at its end. That might be a useful place to hide. So that is all there is so far. This is all there is so far of iZombie. So let me tell you what's going to happen next. After a quick hydrate. Because I realise I've been talking for 55 minutes straight. So here's what's going to happen. The next bit of the book is planned out. Basically what's going to happen is this guy is going to make his way into this multi-story car park. He's going to meet a homeless guy in there. And, well, you can probably tell what's going to happen. He's going to kill him. And this homeless guy is going to become one of the undead. Quite quickly. So here's the thing. We need to name this homeless guy. This is one of the things I mentioned at the start of the stream. We would be naming a character. Or we'd be naming many characters through the course of the book. But the first one we need to name is this homeless guy. So, the homeless guy that our protagonist meets. What is his name? What is his name? Human flesh is the way to save the day. Yeah, I'm a bit of a poet. That is good. That is good, you homie. That is good. You know, we could call him anything. Some of the names we had earlier, for example. Smokey. Smokey is an interesting one. Name him Wobbs. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this guy going to his mate? You. What's your name? I imagine he was Russian. What's your name? My name is Wobbs, and I have seen many things. Oh, I'm a zombie. Shit. His name is Alexander. Oh, I like Alexander, or just Alex. My name is Alex. Alexander for short. Alexander the Great. Noodle. Rick is a good name. Rick is a good name. All right, I feel like we need a poll. How do I set up a poll? Okay, I need to do a poll. Hang on. Okay, so what are the options we're going with? I'm going to write this out in Notepad. This is going to be epic. Okay, so we've got Rick. We've got Alex. Alexander, even. We've got Ivan. We've got Noodle. Any other suggestions? Oh, Wobbs was the other one, wasn't it? It's Noodle, Noodle, Noodle. All right, let me see if I can add this as a window. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on. All right, I need to assign emojis this. So Rick is going to be a smiley face. Alexander is going to be thumbs up. Ivan is going to be a heart. You can do emojis in chat, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Ivan's going to be a heart. Noodle is going to be the eyes with love heart sign. And we need one more. And Wobbs can just be the YouTube sign. Let me see if I can import this as a window thing. Hang on. I can do this. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, I know it looks crap. Bear with. Oh. Oh, lordy. Oh, come on. Now. No, wait. Yes. Right. Okay. There it is. Right-hand side of the screen. Show me what you want. We've got... I can make this bigger. I can do that. Look at this. Nailing it. Absolutely nailing it. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right, here we go. We have... You can vote for Rick, which is a smiley face. Alexander is a thumbs up. Ivan is a heart. Noodle is the eyes with love heart emoji. Or Wobbs, which is the YouTube emoji. So far, we've got one vote in from the unknown with a vote for Noodle. Now, this is going in the book. Okay, we got one vote. I need to tally these up. Right. So the unknown voted for Noodle. Yahomi voted for Alexander. VVG Hero voted for Cat in the Box. I'm not sure that's the right one. Vikinami voted for Heart. And Wobbs voted for Wobbs. Okay. Wobbs, you can't vote more than once. Okay, we need somebody to have a deciding vote here. Because at the minute, we've got one vote for Alexander, one vote for Heart for Ivan, one vote for Noodle, and one vote for Wobbs. So, come on now. Is somebody going to have the casting vote here? Is somebody going to have the casting vote? Let me put some music back on as well. Oh, that's better. Oh, hell yeah. VVG Hero, is that a love heart? Is that a love heart, VVG? Because if so, that's Ivan. VVG, is that a love heart you're putting in there? Because if so, then we have our name. Then we have our name, and that's Ivan. I think that's a love heart. I would count that as a love heart. I think our character might be called Ivan. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Closest art I could find. That is it. The homeless guy will be called Ivan. Congratulations to whoever suggested that. The homeless guy will be called Ivan. Excuse me. I'm writing that in the notes of the book. Alright. The other thing I thought we could do today was... Let me get rid of this. Now because we're done with that. The other thing I thought we could do was maybe look at some E3 trailers and do some reactions around them. Yeah! Oh, that was you, was it? Oh, good job, Vikinami. Well done. So yeah, I thought we could look at some E3 trailers because I haven't looked around that much. I need to have a little look a bit more. All right, let me see if I can get this set up. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. So we've got non-VR gaming scene up here. A thing happened. Depresso super chatting $5. Thank you so much, my guy. Mwah. Appreciate you massively. If you are not subbed to Depresso's channel, please go do that right now. Thank you very much, Depresso. I appreciate you, buddy. Let me add a window capture to this very quickly, which will look like this. All right. Oh God, no. You know, get behind everything else. There we go. Oh, here we go. Right, I can do this. This is like windowing on the fly. I can do this. I can. Wait, get that? Yeah, I can. Yeah. Okay. Oh God, why is it now covering up me? No, but go behind everything. There we go. You got to go to sleep. Have a good time. I've been listening to you read your book while playing Dota 2. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Drag. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. All right, I was going to have a look for E3 trailers. We may have to mute some Spotify here. Let's have a look. Best trailers from E3 2021. Here we go.
This year's E3 did not hold back with its trailers and announcements.
All right. I'm just going to react to this. This is my first live reaction. Here we go.
E3 2021.
Let me see if let me know if the sound's crap or whatever.
GameSpot's got plenty of ongoing coverage with our very own Play for All event. So, subscribe if you want to see some more exclusive gaming goodness.
All right, here we go.
Enjoy.
All right, so we got a horse. We got some horse action. Coming soon. It's Skyrim for your desk. Okay. Oh, and George R.R. Martin. Oh, hell yeah.
Will soon return.
The Tarnished. Who are the Tarnished?
Guided by grace. Once lost.
This is interesting.
The Golden Order is broken to its core.
It looks broken. Okay, this looks like some Lord of the Rings type shit. It looks good. That's a walking bell. Wait. I'm sorry. I won't keep doing this. But can we just have another look at that thing? Because if you wanted to make something which looked like it had a giant bell for a you know, a man's, I mean, come on. If you said to your design department, guys, I want to make a monster, right? And I want it to look like it has a giant man pouch under its... It's just going to be swinging around like that. This is what you'd create. That is exactly what you'd create. Okay, let's carry on. So we've got the testicle monster. That's his dog. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I wonder if I can turn can I turn video analytics things off? Hang on. Sorry guys. Let me see if I can turn this off. There we go. That's better.
They will fight. And they will
See, can I even make it a little bigger by doing that? Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh wait, no.
unending.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, Belsack. Yeah. This looks good. I want this. I want this.
Thou else is a champion or a lord to be born.
Well, a lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee.
Wow. This looks like one of those games which is going to be steeped in its own lore. I'm getting Skyrim vibes. I'm getting Dark Souls vibes.
Brandish.
I'm getting Final Fantasy vibes. I'm even getting... Is anybody else getting a little bit of kind of Shadow of the Colossus going on there? Elden Ring. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. I want that. I want that. Oh, Death Stranding. Now, Death Stranding is a game I have yet to play. I know there's a lot of controversy around it. I know that it's frequently on sale on Steam, that it didn't do particularly well for what people expected it. But I have yet to play it, so this might be something for me, actually. I've heard a lot of good about Elden Ring. Okay, VVG, yeah. It certainly looks good. So this is the director's cut of Death Stranding. Okay. Can we just say that the facial animation, like, that is so obviously Norman Reedus now, you know? And I know that a lot was made about the facial animation technology and the animation technology to put him into this game, but damn, that is still impressive. Is that Master Chief? If only, if only. Wait, oranges? What? Oh, is he gonna... Is it Metal Gear? Is it Metal Gear? Is he gonna do the snake thing? Come on. It's a Hideo Kojima game. Of course he's gonna. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. No. Box the other way. Box the other way. Come on. Come on. Get in the box. You've done it wrong. No. I quite like this, actually. I quite like when they do this. Come on, you can do it. You can... Oh, yeah, you couldn't have done it. Failure. Big failure. Big fail. F in the chat for Norman Reedus there. To be fair, they did that quite well. Okay, I might actually pick up Death Stranding when it's on sale at some point soon. That could always be a game that we do on stream. Could always be a game that we do on stream. Just like I recently picked up Far Cry 4 because it was a ridiculous price. But more on that later. All right. Oh, Far Cry 6. Okay. Strap in. Again, amazing facial animation technology.
I recognize that voice. Let me ask you a question. When I am dead and Yara is burning, what exactly is your plan? Hold hands, sing songs around the fire?
Sure, I know just the song.
Oh boy. Is this going to be the copyright strike? Is this where the copyright strike comes in? Wow.
Keep talking.
It's a stealth operation. I got you covered.
Wow.
Taking out a high-value target. I have just what you need.
Okay. This looks good. Ooh, yeah.
You wanna blow shit up? Juan Cortez at your service.
Ah, damn. Oh, this looks fun. Have you seen Ready or Not? No, I haven't yet, Depresso. Is it good?
Everyone in Yara saw that shit. What? Wait a second.
I want to blow shit. I think we all want to blow shit up. This is good.
To get the job done, Danny.
Oh, this looks fun. It's kind of like Zero Hour. That was pretty. Oh, Zero Hour was a lot of fun, Depresso. It really was.
Play with that crazy backpack deal?
Bro. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, no, I want that. I want that. I want the buggy that turns into a paraglider. I want that.
Fun.
That looks amazing. Forward looks good. Mario and Rabbids Spark. Okay. Can I confess to something? Mario, this isn't my kind of game. I just don't... Like, I'm not 5. I just don't get Mario. Am I a bad gamer for saying that? I feel like I am. Feeling cute, might buy all of the DLCs for Payday 2 later. That you'll get a copyright. What, Mario? Should we skip Mario? Should we skip Mario? Alright, let's skip Mario. I couldn't give a shit about Mario. I feel like I'm a bad gamer for saying that. What is this? Yeah, okay, yeah, I skipped. Hey, Rock vs. Reality, thanks for dropping in. Wait, is this the Avatar game? Yes. Yes. Alright, yeah. We skip Mario. That's a good call, though. Thanks for letting me know. If there's any others that you think I should skip, let me know. This looks like the Avatar game. Oh, hell yeah. This looks pretty damn epic, I have to say. Nintendo loves copyright strikes. Okay. Good call, good call. Damn, this looks beautiful. This looks so beautiful. Oh, first person. Hello. Oh no. Mario is fun if you like platforming games. I enjoy but rarely play it. They will copyright you if they think you're making them look bad or show if the game right. Okay, so by saying I don't like Mario, is that... If I just... If I get a copyright strike in the morning, I'll let you know. Oh, damn. Steak! I like steak. I like beef. Hey, it's Assassin's Creed Avatar Edition. Just feel it. That's the leap of faith, isn't it? This looks epic, though. Stop saying beef products, you homie. What the hell? Damn. Damn. Ooh, that is how you take down one of those. All right, yeah, I wanna be a Navi. I wanna go back to Pandora. I wanna have this adventure. This looks epic. I require sustenance. Go eat, bruh. Go eat. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Because isn't there the second Avatar movie coming out really soon? Isn't that what's happening? Trek to Yomi. Okay, this is actual gameplay footage. Okay. Alright, so we got some arson. Early age arson. Is this going to be like Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, so side-scrolling platform. Oh, I like this. This looks fun. Just look at that art style as well. That is beautiful. Yo, this looks sick. Yes, Dragar, I agree with you. This does look sick. Trek to Yomi. Okay, that's one to watch out for.
A new day is upon us.
Oh, yeah. The big dogs. Here we go. Halo Infinite. I feel this is one of the most hyped games I remember at all. Like, in history. Halo Infinite is one of the most hyped games. And that's great. It brings with it a lot of expectation. So if you're going to hype up your game, there's grappling hooks. I want this. Hello, King Gadava. Thanks for stopping us by. Hope you're well. Thanks for being part of the stream. We're just having a look at some of the E3 trailers, reacting to them. You're going to get instantly depressed. So I feel like you're going to be amazing at this. Ooh.
Hello, let's do some damage.
Wow. Oh, the grappling hook just changes the game, right? Right? The grappling hook just changed it. I'm still editing the video. Oh, that's fine, King Gadaba. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do with it, man.
Claim the enemy flag.
Look forward to it. Can I get like a sneak preview? Can we get a sneak preview? But either, or wait until you're done. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Ordnance drop inbound.
Oh, that's cool though. So let me get this right. Is Halo Infinite purely multiplayer arena style? Is there gonna be a campaign? Or is it purely like COD multiplayer?
The flag is ours. Please haul ass at your earliest
Yeah,
convenience.
I like that. Haul ass at your earliest convenience. That looks... Oh, it looks good. That does look good. I'm not usually a fan of Halo. Oh, there is a campaign, but multiplayer is free. Okay, okay.
Show me what you can do.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be absolutely epic. Look at that. There is a campaign. Okay, that's good to know. And it's going to be free to play. Bruh. Bruh. I'm gonna love that. And then Halo Infinite, there is going to be a campaign. Holiday 2021. Okay. Actually, can we just talk about this for a second? If I don't know if you guys have noticed. Let's just get to the right thing, because I've started noticing this on game trailers now. Wait till we get to the end. Yeah, the energy sword does look epic. Let's see where it comes out. Where was it? Come on, come on. Okay, here we go. So now on a lot of trailers, I'm starting to see this cloud computing thing at the bottom. And I think if you were holding off on saying that cloud computing is going to be a thing, I think this is your answer. Look, it says Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Windows 10 PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming. Cloud Gaming is here. Don't think you need to spend massive amount of money on a rig anymore, because clearly the big guys are thinking you can play this thing in the cloud and be done with it. Jose Geraldo, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Oh yeah, Stadia. That's a good point. That is a good point. I missed what this game was called. What's this? From the award-winning creators of Skyrim and Fallout 4. All right, here we go. 25 years in the making. Wow. Oh, you know it's going to be good when you see that logo. Unless it's Fallout 76. Yep.
They say the wonder is not that the field of stars is so
Half-eaten
vast,
sandwich. Nice.
but that we have measured it.
If your palate time, we force, I mean,
What
asking to
is
play
now?
Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh,
Part
God.
of our family.
Absolutely not.
What you found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
Wow. This looks epic. This is basically the alternative to Star Citizen,
This is all we've been
from what I
working
can see.
towards.
Not FNAF, FNF. What's FNF?
We've come to the beginning.
It's Elder Scrolls
of
Mass Effect
humanity's
Edition.
final journey.
This is like the alternative to Star Citizen, from what I can see. Wow, this does look good.
That's why we're here.
Oh, yes. Take off.
To discover what's out there.
Lift me up. Oh, Friday Night Funkin'. I don't actually have Friday Night Funkin'. Is it free? Should I get it? Oh my goodness. Starfield does look absolutely epic. That will be one of the ones I'm definitely picking up. I'm exporting right now. Oh, that's awesome, King Gadava. If you upload it before the end of the stream, we may have a sneak preview. This looks like a lot of fun. Oh, gotta love a Horizon game. You gotta love a Horizon game. And this one is set in Mexico, so it's gonna be awesome. Wow. Look at these beautiful locations. Beautiful cars. Look at how gorgeous the cars are. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh, the new Ford Bronco. Hell yeah. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Let's do some car spotting as we go through this. That looks like a Ford Ranger Raptor. Looks like we got a 911 Rally Spec Edition going on there. That's epic. Oh, that is indeed the new Land Rover Defender. That's the 110 wheelbase, if you're interested. That is the Porsche Taycan, which is epic. I drove one of these in Finland, and it is fantastic. God knows what that is. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Look at this. I want this. I want it. What is that? What is that car? God damn. Is your name spelled Darren or Darren? D-A-R-R-E-N. 2 R's. 2 R's. Wow, look at that. That looks amazing. Can we just say that looks amazing? Is this Battlefield 2042? I think it might be. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How long did it to do the American accent? Oh, you mean Pal's voice? Nah, Pal's voice is easy, man. I can do Pal's voice for hours and hours on end, and I still do in recordings. The video that we recorded this week, for example, when I was Dan Freedom, I did his Pal's voice. Pal's voice is easy. It's fine. I can do that for hours on end. I just decided to use my own voice because I got bored of having to remember which voice I had to put on at any given time. But it took a little bit of practice. Of course it did. From the initial... When I first started, Pal's voice was all the way down here. And people said, who was that guy with the deep voice? And then Pal's voice migrated up my voice range to where the area where it got comfortable. Ooh! See, this is going to be me hanging out the back of one of these things going, oh, it's so much fun! But dying every 2 seconds. Who wants to squad up when we get this? Who wants to squad up in Battlefield 2042? Oh my goodness. When you were talking as him. My dad's saying he's Spider-Man. Oh, okay. You sound like your pal, but he has a cold. I'm so excited for this dude jetting it instantly, just like Halo. Hell yeah. You want to squad up, Drago? Okay, we can do that. I'll just tell you now, I'm terrible. But yeah, we can squad up. Oh, straight into it. Where's the move which I have seen on TikTok about 8 million times since this trailer's been revealed? Where's the move where he gets out of the fighter jet, rocket launches the other fighter jet, and then gets back into it? Is that going to be in this trailer? Oh, wingsuit madness. Oh hell yeah. Oh god. That's a tornado. Why would you? I won't get this, I'm poor. Yeah. Yes, the Renderzook move. Is that in this trailer? Maybe. Oh, here, this could be it. It looks so good. It looks so good. Dude, I can't wait to get this. I can't wait to get this. Time to find my Glock of the Storm, absolutely. I don't think it was in this trailer. Damn. Damn. Still, it's gonna be a hell of a game. Hell of a game. October 22nd, alright. Chan, advanced warning. I may not be around very much from October 22nd. Alright, this is replaced. Alright, we need a space map. Yes, we do. You're right, we do need a space map. You made the video unlisted? Okay. Oh, this looks spoopy. This looks very spoopy. What's going on? This looks weird as hell, man. Super hot. Yeah. What? What? I love this art style. I love it. This art style is very cool indeed. Oh god. Oh my goodness. This I don't usually go in for you know, platforming like this, but wow. Have you updated Warzone yet, pal? No, I haven't. I haven't. It's on my to-do list. Probably tomorrow. Oh god, there's movement outside the door. That's awful. Oh, that's awful. That alien sound at the end. Oof. Oof. So when are you doing the speeder pics on the beach? Absolutely not. A Plague Tale Requiem. Ooh, Requiem even. Requiem. That's not a word. Requiem.
These things, where do they come from?
From all of us. From what we do to him.
Can you stop it?
I don't know. But he's my brother. And I would die for him.
Oh my goodness. Are those all rats? What? Dude, they behave like water. Want to see your Paloni fans? Absolutely not. Like for Speedo Pigs is a joke in the vid. Oh my goodness. Wow. You already got it. Okay. A Plague Tale Requiem. That looks cool. That looks very cool. I like that. Alright, what we got? Oh, The Outer Worlds 2.
Wise-sounding voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important.
Okay, so we've got a fourth wall breaking narration going on.
Must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running.
Contracting the plague. Oh, I like that. Why? Wait, what?
Make everything seem cool and should bolster pre-sale numbers.
Oh, wow.
That wah sound can mean only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world, and there should be lens flares. Now,
I do like it when narrations do this kind of fourth wall break.
their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design, or finished the story, or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. In fact, the only thing they have finished is the title.
Okay, I do like that. The narrator literally says, "Hi, pal." Dude, I would love to play with narrator again. Redfall, interesting. Okay. So there's clearly some interesting stuff going on here. These are starting to look and feel more like Cyberpunk. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Cyberpunk knockoff going on. Oh, look at the little thing.
Hey, Dev, anything in?
Exist too. Dependable, 25 centimeters, dramatically elongated. Go on, make yourself useful.
How to get views, just put your narrator in the title. Yeah, at least when I did it, you know, I did actually play with narrator.
That's your cue, mate.
Wow.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Hey, Pal, how you doing? The manager, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for turning up to the stream. Thanks for being a supporter of the channel. Hope you're well. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is going on here? This is some Stranger Things looking shit. Oh boy. It's like a cross between I Am Legend and vampires.
How do we always get into this
How they got in. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage.
Oh boy. I can remember watching this trailer live. Wow, okay, that's been fun. Pal, you play Valorant? I have played a couple of rounds of Valorant. I am terrible at it, as I am with most games. But yes, I have played Valorant. I wouldn't say I play it regularly, though. I play Apex more than I do Valorant.
Thank you, Layla. You're the best. Oh, Jacob, don't even mention it.
Reminded me of Fortnite a bit, but it looks decent. Yeah. It's got that same sort of cartoony style vibe. You can imagine a pretty good 5-on-5 mode going down here. Depresso is a depressed espresso. I think that's literally what his tag means. I mean, he's also an amazing human being. Let's not forget that. Ooh. Ooh. It's more like CSGO and Overwatch. Yeah, there's a lot of CSGO going on.
Jacob, there's something. Oh shit. Dev's gonna love this.
He is great. Depresso is great. Depresso is great. All of my mods are great. Super J is great. Depresso's great. It's all good. He's also trapped in your basement like me. You can leave the basement. I give you permission.
Don't.
Just leave Autismo in there.
A new one!
Depresso Simp! Good to see you. I had a feeling you might be turning up. Depresso, me gusta. Hell yeah. Ooh, it does look good though. That does genuinely look good.
I think there's vampire in this.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood?
Imagine Pal having an editor. Dude, I would love to have an editor. The fact is I don't make enough on YouTube to be able to pay an editor right now. I have thought about getting an editor to turn bits of my live streams into videos. For example, you could turn this into a video which is just reacting to E3 trailers. And I might do. But, yeah. You know. It is what it is. If somebody wants to edit my live streams and get some experience editing, then they're more than welcome to do so. You'll do it for free? Alright. Yeah. Let's see what your first one is like. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Bite back.
I am so.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. Okay, let's have a look.
Do you know what a birthright is, Peter? Something that's a part of you. Like your name.
Have you seen the new Sea of Thieves update? I can't wait to stream it. Dude, I have.
Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
Yes, I have seen the new Sea of Thieves update. It looks amazing.
So we got fined.
We appear to be 6,963 units short.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
I would love to, but I just know this song is copyrighted, so I gotta skip it. I'm sorry.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
I'm sorry. But that looks so good. That looks so good. So good. So yeah, we've skipped that because Disney. Yeah. Okay. So here's a confession. As a Switch owner, I have not played the original Breath of the Wild. Never. And I'm still torn about whether to get it or not. But here we go. Breath of the Wild 2. The reaction to the first game is clearly good enough that they've decided to do another one. Yeah, the Avengers game was a letdown. You're right. I've seen so many people complain about that game. I may have cut out the book part and left the gameplay in. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's totally fine. Don't worry about that. This does look good, though. Pal, quick, call it nice. What? Nice. I have my MK11 Switch. Yeah, I've got Mortal Kombat 11 Switch too. I'll be honest, I was a little bit let down because I think even with the graphical limitations of the Switch, they could have made that game look prettier on Switch because there are plenty of games that do look prettier on Switch. But I am still impressed that you, you know, that you can fit something like that on the Switch. Metroid Dread. Metroid's not Nintendo. Is Metroid Nintendo? I've got a feeling it is. I've got a feeling it is. I'm going to skip for safety. I'm going to skip for safety. Skipping for safety. Yeah, it was on Nintendo. That's fine. Skipping for safety. Oh, that's Nintendo too. And that is that. That looks like that's that. So that is some of the trailers from E3. Can I share with you what I think is still the best trailer ever made? Just please watch with me this trailer because I maintain this is the best game trailer
18
ever made. All right, this is my entry right here. The best game trailer ever made. This is what I would go with. I think it's just absolutely beautiful and brilliant. Oh, even the music takes you back, man. Takes you back to that time when you first saw this trailer and your mind was blown. Damn. It just looks... Because nothing like this, as far as I'm aware, had been done with a trailer before. You know? Let me know in the chat, what is your favorite game trailer of all time? And then we'll look it up. We'll look it up. We'll watch these trailers on stream now. What is your pick for the best video game trailer of all time? Dying Light is so much better. Yeah. Yeah, the game sucked, but I maintain the trailer. Oh. If the game could be sold on trailer alone. The trailer for Prey 2. Okay, we'll look that up next. Prey 2, okay. It was the music and the way it swells and builds. And this guy as well, just ripping that axe straight out of his chest. The Walking Dead VR trailer, okay. Alright, so we got to watch Prey 2, The Walking Dead VR, Resident Evil Village. Okay, we'll watch all these. I just love, yeah, I love this style of trailer. Your pal the game. Can you imagine? Just be an explosion with my laugh. The explosion! And then just your pal, that'll be it. Found out my sandbox worlds were real. Hell yeah. Oh. This is just where it gets me. This is where it gets me, man. Even all these years later. It's about a father trying to save his daughter. Oh. It just looked so good. Yeah, and then there's all the holiday stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh god, it hits me right in the feels. Like however many years later, or 2011 this video was. So almost 10 years later, more than 10 years later, this trailer gets me right in the feels. Okay. All right, let's play another. So this is the Prey 2 trailer, was it? Let's have a look. Prey 2 cinematic trailer. Here we go. So this was, who said Prey 2? Oh, this is Rock versus Reality's pick. Okay. I've never seen this, to be fair, I must admit. Are we still waiting for Dead Island 2? No, Dead Island 2 is coming out, I think. I'm pretty sure they've already done the trailer for that. We'll watch that in a minute, because again, it's a great trailer. Halo Infinite Become trailer. Okay. Oh, this looks good. Now, I'm going to stop this, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a copyrighted song, isn't it? It's a Johnny Cash song. So I don't think we're going to be able to watch it, which is a shame, but I don't want to go copyright strike. So let's have a look at our next picture, which was the Walking Dead VR trailer. Do you mean the Saints and Sinners trailer? Is that the one you meant?
Oh, I know why you've come here. I know what you're looking for.
Here we go.
But what I still have to ask, tourist.
Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, cool.
Who are you? Now that the dead live forever, that every scrap counts, that everybody's just in it for themselves, do you hide in dark places? Do you kill from afar? Or do you prefer?
This does look good. You know, I've still yet to play this. I've still yet to play this game. It's sitting in my Steam library, ready to go. I tried it for a stream once, and because it didn't work that one time, I've never touched it again. Which is such a shame. Nice. It's amazing. Yeah, I do need to play it. That is a good trailer. That is a good trailer.
Do it already! Finish the fucker! Please.
Oh.
In him now!
Oh. Oh. Nice. That's a nice trailer. Alright, what was the next one on our list? That was Jurassic Park Evolution 2. Here we go. I'll start VR and Oculus. Nice.
We ignored all the warnings.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Forgot the lessons. We abused our power. We played with genetics like...
I heard you can scream and the zombies... Yeah, the zombies can actually react to your screams. I've seen that in videos. You shout and they'll come running. Well, not running, shambling.
We weren't careful. And now,
Ah, here we are.
Yeah, that's
this
nice.
is a very different world.
Yeah, that's a hell of a trailer. That is a great trailer. What was the other one on our list? It was Resident Evil Village, right? Oh, I missed something there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, scary. Alright, Resident Village, Resident Evil. After this, there's one that I want to show you as well, about a game that I'm really hyped for. Is this the one? Yeah, here we go. Can't wait for the DLC update for Saints and Sinners. That should be good. Yeah, after this, I want to show you a game that I'm really excited for, that I've seen on TikTok a couple of times.
In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
When you're whining, we're almost there.
Rose, where are you?
Hello. If there are any survivors out there, come to Louisa's house near the field.
So is it a trailer for Icarus? Okay, I'll show you this game that I like, and then we'll check out the one for Icarus. Dude, this looks spooky as hell.
Who is? What the hell was that?
Oh boy, this is the Lycans, right?
Stop shouting. You'll draw the monsters. Tell me.
Oh my god.
Around here.
It doesn't make any sense. Mother Miranda has always protected us.
You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
Oh boy. Dude, Lady Demistra, or whatever she was. Damn. Damn.
Is this all that's left?
She is a full-figured lady and she knows it.
Left? There is no one left.
Oh boy.
With this.
Lycans and gentlemen, we thank you for waiting. And now let the games begin.
Uh-oh. Ethan Winters loses arm a lot. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Tomorrow we'll all be dead.
No, let me go!
Chris? What the hell? Why?
Ethan Winters.
Mr. Winter. Ethan Winters.
Poor Ethan.
Ethan Winters. Welcome.
That does look good. You know what's really cool? Oh my goodness.
Stay the fuck down! I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far. It'd be a shame if something happened to you now.
You killed Mia. Now do me and finish the job.
You know what's cool about the Resident Evil games? Like, they've evolved beyond what they initially were. Like, the early Resident Evil games were all about you fighting the Umbrella Corporation, containing the T-Virus, zombies, all that kind of thing. They've evolved into their own franchise outside of that, so it's more, you know, taken to a different location, different story, different monsters, you know, and there's very little of the original concept in there, but they're still identifiable as Resident Evil games. I love it when that happens. So there is a PC game coming. I wonder if there's even a trailer for it. Yes, so is this live? No. Oh, maybe there isn't a trailer for it yet. Okay, well, basically, there's a PC game coming out. I wonder if I can search for it. Maybe it's not. I thought there was. Okay, so maybe there's not. Anyway, Life, as the game is called, is about you returning to your small town after a career spent in the big city to become a postal worker. And you have to drive around delivering packages to everybody. Excuse me. And it looks really good. It's what looks like one of those really chill games. And those are the kind of games I like. Okay, what was the one that Rock Reality said? Icarus. Icarus trailer. Alright, let's have a look. That looks like a different one. Okay, here we go. Icarus trailer. Here we go. This basically looks like Rust in space. Is that what the concept is? Are we Rust in space? Okay, so there's weather effects. Your house can be destroyed. Damn. I was about to say in space, but it actually doesn't look very futuristic. Maybe it's just sort of alien in origin. My other laptop died, I have to re-export. Oh, don't worry about it, King Cadaver. We're probably not going to get to it on this stream. Just send me the link whenever it's done and I'll have a look. And thank you for doing it as well. I gotta go, pal. Have a nice stream. Thanks, Yomi. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. That looks good. Like I'm gonna go with my Rust in Space vibe. Because that looks fun. That does look fun. I mean, that's as an aside. That's an example, I think, of what could be potentially. Let me just turn that. Quite smart content creation. Because, for example, we've just spent half an hour or whatever looking at E3 trailers. So if I wanted to, I could cut that portion of the stream and put it up as a video for my reaction to E3 2021 trailers. We could cut out each trailer and my reaction to it and put it up as a YouTube short, my reaction to the X trailer from E3 2021. So that's two forms of content creation. Those clips, those YouTube shorts, then go onto Twitter and onto Instagram. The full video goes up on Fruit Lab, so I earn pips from it. And we cut down the YouTube shorts into smaller clips for TikToks. So, one piece of content, 6 potential revenue streams. That's just the way I would think of it if I was going to do that kind of thing. But yeah, really interesting. There's some great games coming out this year. Really great games. And there are still so many that I'm looking forward to playing as well. One of the ones which constantly leaps out to me, which I keep meaning to do. So, Death Stranding is on my playlist because I just want to definitely do that. I recently got, excuse me, let's put some music on, by the way. I recently got Far Cry 4 because it was down to a ridiculous price, something like £2 on the Uplay store, and I think it still is. Because it was after they announced Far Cry 6 or did the new trailer for Far Cry 6. They dropped down the price with all the original Far Cries and everything up to Far Cry 5 and Far Cry New Dawn back to a ridiculous price. So yeah, that's something I've done. So yeah, we've got Death Stranding, we've got Far Cry 4, which I'm currently playing through. We've got Cyberpunk. I still need to finish Cyberpunk. I'm about 1/10 of the way through it. It's ridiculous. I want to get Horizon Zero Dawn. I've never played it, but I've seen so much content on it, and I want to play that. Oh, somebody just brought up Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 is a good trailer. Metal Gear Solid 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. I absolutely adored that game. And here's the thing. I would love, and I don't know if it's possible, I would love to see a couple of the titles that I remember from my childhood reinvented for the Nintendo Switch. Because I think you could get Metal Gear Solid 2 running on this. I think you could get Metal Gear Solid 3 running on this. And can you imagine how amazing it would be to be able to play Metal Gear Solid on something like the Nintendo Switch? And maybe you can get something like the original Red Dead Redemption running on the Nintendo Switch as well. Wouldn't that be absolutely incredible? The nurse just said to me, "Oh, what happened to your face?" I'm hurt. I use ClickChamp to edit. I have never heard of ClickChamp. As far as free video editors goes, the one that I consistently recommend is called DaVinci Resolve. I learned to edit on something called Blender, which is more of a 3D animation tool, but it has a video editor built in. It's okay, but I think having looked a little bit at DaVinci Resolve over the last year or so, I would recommend that more as a thing. The other thing to talk about, of course, is Prime Day. Prime Day is coming up. It's June 21st, 22nd, so tomorrow and Tuesday here in the UK. Probably the same in the US. I was talking with Chan earlier. It's not really a thing in the Netherlands because they only got Prime quite recently. But there are a couple of things I'm going to be looking out for there. You know, a couple of potential purchases. But the thing that I've been talking with Chan about, and something to make this stream sound even better, so you can listen to the sultry sounds of my voice in even better clarity, is a proper condenser microphone. At the minute, I use this. It's the Antlion Mod Mic Wireless, and I do recommend it. Absolutely, they are a partner to the channel. But for these live streams, and this is great for gaming on the go. You know, I can take my headset with me wherever. I can take my microphone with me wherever, and it's absolutely fantastic. It just clips onto the side of my headset. But for live streams, and if I want to have business meetings, something like that, then a proper condenser microphone and a boom arm, I think would be a benefit. So that's one thing that we're looking out for over the next few weeks or so. Oh, but chat, what a week! What a week, and what an amazing time it is for gaming. Did you hear? I don't know if you did. It's a weird time to start talking about it, but did you hear that they're starting to test adverts inside of Oculus now? And I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I think it depends on the way that it's done. Oh, I got one of those as well, and they're great. The Antlion Mod Mic. Yes, they are official partner of the channel. Thank you so much. A thing happened. I don't know what it was, but a thing happened. Someone subscribed. King Cadaver, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. So yes, what was I saying? Completely lost my train of thought. Help. Brain freeze. Yes. So advertising inside the Oculus headset. I sort of don't know how I feel about this. I think it's definitely depends on the way that it's done. I think if it's discreet enough and it doesn't detract from the experience enough, and it potentially lowers the price of VR, then I think it could be a good thing. Can you imagine if Oculus said, okay, well, you can have the Oculus Quest 2 for £300, or you can let us put some advertising in it and it lowers it to £200. Suddenly, the entry-level price for VR becomes substantially lower. So I think it has the potential to be good. I mean, this all ties in as well with Facebook Horizon, which has been in beta in the US for a long, long time. I've been still waiting to get access to it. It seems like the UK is still not allowed into the Facebook Horizon beta. But I feel like when it launches, when it's finally ready, I feel like Facebook Horizon has the potential to be a huge thing for VR, and it's only going to get more. It's only going to get more prevalent. I mean, this year, Facebook's supposed to be unveiling its first augmented reality glasses. I mean, can you get to a point where we're actually all wearing augmented reality glasses? That's going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. But hey, anyway, that is probably a discussion for another day. All right, so if you are not in the Discord yet, let me just copy this link very quickly. If you're not in the Discord yet, do me a favor. What do you mean? What do you mean I can't say something? Oh, okay. I put it in the wrong box. Do me a favor, click this link, join the Discord, come hang out with us. We vibe every day. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you know what to do. Do that, please. The video coming out this Friday, it's Dan Freedom Episode 2. You guys liked Dan Freedom Episode 1, the first one we did with the Among Us characters. So we've done a second one. I just need to finish editing it. It is some funny shit. And we are pushing the boundaries beyond what we've ever done before with Dan Freedom. And if you guys like it again, then we will do a third episode. We already have in mind what we can do for a third episode. So yeah, video coming out on Friday is Dan Freedom Episode 2, To Catch a Mouse. Now, I'm not going to say any more than that, but it was a lot of fun to record, and I think you guys will like it. That's coming out on Friday. It's another busy week, and I hope, regardless of whether you're on holiday, whether you're at school, whether you're at work, I hope you take the time to do the things that you love and to be with the people that you love. And as always, I want to do 3 things. as we end the stream. I want to thank you for your amazing support, because regardless of people who hop into my Discord and leave hate messages, I do love each and every one of you who support this channel, because you're amazing. We know you have a choice of YouTube channels, and we appreciate you choosing your pal. I want to let all of you know that you are appreciated, that you are loved, that you are cared for, because I don't think we get told that enough in our lives. And if you have a father, if you know your father, and I know some of us don't, if you're on speaking terms with your father, do me a favor. Pick up the phone, tell him you love them. Today is Father's Day here in the UK, so I spent the day with my father. He's an amazing person, my biggest inspiration, one of my best friends. You know, I couldn't love him more than I already do. And thing number 3, just say thank you for supporting the stream. You guys are absolutely amazing, and you do it week in and week out. So thank you very much for all that you do. Until next time, when we'll have more of the book, more gaming, more reaction, just more of everything that we do. Until next time, pal up. Thanks, guys. Peace.